and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W, and if you couldn't tell, Teddy is already trying to escape. Ted, you're meant to be my new co-host. This is meant to be the big reveal. Any final words? Oh, you've gone all silent. You were he was chatting away before we went live. He was ready for this. He'd been studying all the new Marvel Legends reveals. Ted, oh, you're having a bit of a yawn. Am I boring you, Ted? This is embarrassing. I'll let him go. Sorry, Ted. Okay, maybe the quest for a new co-host continues for now. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? Did I do my intro properly? Welcome to the Thursday live stream with me, Dan. How you doing? I'm sort of a bit flustered, to be honest, because I don't know. It's the start of a new era. It's a fresh regime, if you will. So this is episode 137. So we're literally about to hit our 3-year anniversary of doing this like regularly. I think I've missed one show due to illness, but other than that, consistently we've been here every week. So of course today we are going to break down all the Marvel Legends news. We can officially now talk about the Into the Spider-Verse, so I'm always curious to hear your thoughts about that. We've got a new Marvel Legends pre-order as well. But you know how these things go. I don't like doing it on my own. It just feels a little bit weird talking to the camera. Like I feel like I'm amongst friends as always, but I do feel like it's this type of format is better when it's a conversation, when you have a co-host to bounce things off. And as I said, Brandon left the show at the end of last year, and to go on to new greener pastures. So shout out Brandon, of course. Hero.collections is still about on Instagram. Make sure you go and give him a follow. This is like episode, I think it's 11 AB. I think he jumped in at the start. And then of course the super producer was around for so long, Rich. I loved Rich. So did you guys. Honestly, if you do not have a super producer for your own live stream content, then you are missing a piece, an integral piece to this live stream format. So I would advise finding yourself a super producer, but don't go after Rich, all right? He was the one and only. But yeah, shout out Rich, of course. Great super producer. But today, right now, I need to introduce to you the brand new co-host, the official co-host. That's the title. Co-host of the new era as we move into year 3 of doing this. And as you know, as long as I'm still buying toys and I'm still having fun and you guys are still supporting me, then I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, we needed a new co-host. Again, let me shout out Jay. I'm building this up anyway, but let me shout out Jay, Toy Collection UK, who was the special guest co-host for the last 2 weeks. He did a great job. Please go and support Jay's content. He is on his way to 1K. It won't be too long before he gets there, I'm sure, because I'm loving his content over on his channel. So shout out Jay's Toys Collection UK. He is welcome on this channel anytime he wants. He knows that. But today, ladies and gentlemen, I need to introduce to you the new co-host of the Dan Who live stream. Be kind, okay? Be kind. I've told them that you are a welcoming community. You will be very supportive. This guy knows his stuff. I'm sure it won't take long for you to realise that. So yeah, please give this guy a warm welcome. I've given it away, haven't I? It's a guy. But let me give him a warm welcome, and let me introduce to you the brand new co-host of Dan Who Live. It is, of course, Rich. Hey! Rich is back. So, Rich, the floor is yours, my friend. You are now the official co-host of the live stream. First of all, thank you so much.
No more doing photographs anymore. I can just turn up, chill out, and have a whale of a time.
Yeah, it's a promotion. Honestly, he was the worst. We don't have a union. That's the issue. But it was a really underpaid job, that super producer position.
I had to negotiate hard these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's where
Jay was putting in too good a job. Jay nearly got it. He was like,
yeah, please. Again, the emoji's still there, people. Show some love. But yeah, Rich is back. The chat are blowing up. They're like, Tom saying, I knew it. Tack, he's back. He's back and never. That's not the words, but that's an Eric Bischoff song. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing good, yeah. I had a nice 2 weeks off, chilling out, getting my money up. And now you give me what I wanted. I've signed the NDAs, Adam, yeah.
Remember, embargo is the word of the day. We're getting it in early. There's an embargo. I was commenting, Rich, on his nice T-shirt. It's very on theme. That would have been perfect for last week as well with the Spider-Man talk. So again, thank you to Jay for filling in for the last couple of weeks. Jay's even saying in the chat himself, love the shirt, Rich. And look at this, Hero Collections with the super chat.
Hero Collections donated £4.99.
First of the new era.
Here's to a new era. Long live the Who crew. Congrats to the GOAT, Mr. Rich, on succeeding the new co-host role.
What a way to start off the new era. Very, very fitting. Shout out Brandon, as always. He says, here's to the new era. Long live the Who crew. Congratulations to the GOAT, Mr. Rich, on succeeding the new co-host role. As I said, to be completely honest and transparent with everybody, when Brandon went, obviously I wanted Rich straight away. But as I said, Rich had to do his negotiation. He had to think about it. He enjoyed... You enjoyed being like the casual jump in and out, no pressure type role, right?
Yeah, I just enjoyed that if I was going somewhere, I didn't have to tell you. I was just like, I'm not going to be on today. It's all right.
But no, we've built a nice community around these ways, and I'm sure I've got lots of friends that can jump in when people are not around. But as I said, as we hit this third year, don't get me wrong. I like to always say the king of consistency. I don't plan on stopping, but I do feel that I don't feel that pressure so much. Where if we need to miss a week for one reason or other, it's not a problem. We can miss a week. It's fine. But as I said, we're here as long as we're still having fun. That's the main thing.
And everyone else said no, so,
Also that, yeah. Yeah, it's just me and Simon Cowell just doing the interviews, and everyone was turned us down. STM Figures showing some love for 10 months. Thank you very much. Says, Rich. Yeah, the chants have started. You deserve it. You deserve it. Lots of orange tiger emojis in the chat because the people know Rich M, and they also love Rich M. So Displayed Once is here to stay, people, and very fitting that we have lots of Marvel Legends to talk about today. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to do what we usually do around here and talk some Marvel Legends. So let me do the housekeeping real quick, and then we will get into exactly that. So thank you very much for everybody indulging me for these first 10 minutes of the stream. I was trying to make it as dramatic as possible. I'm not sure if it worked, though. Okay, let me first say, tomorrow, which will be the last day of March the 31st, I'll be doing an Inner Circle live stream. So that means it is exclusively for channel members. Channel members can be on the live stream. Channel members can be in the chat. Channel members can get involved and be as engaging as you want. It's my thank you. Again, we only do these a couple times a year. And it's a little bit later than usual to accommodate for my US friends and supporters, as I would love to get them involved as well. And usually on a Thursday at about this time, they're still in work, bless them. So tomorrow night, Friday night, doing it at 10 p.m. UK time. So you'll have to do the math. I think that's 5 Eastern and maybe 2 or 3 West Coast, I believe. Again, you do the math, but I'll be back tomorrow. So if you are a channel member, please come on by and you can get involved. I'm not doing groups or nothing like that. Literally just be there and I will send you the Zoom link and we'll have some fun talking away, all right? So much appreciated. Go and check out all the other long form content as usual on the channel. We had a great Legends and Liquor last week. There will be a new Joe's and Juice and Turtles and Tea in the month of April, I am sure, which again is literally Saturday, isn't it? April 1st. Of course, just like Brandon has already done very graciously, starting off the new era, you can do so as well by throwing in a super chat. Much appreciated. You can do it via Streamlabs donation link as well at the top of the description here on YouTube. Both of them work exactly the same. It's just that Streamlabs don't gobble up all the money. But, there you go. Look at that. Northern Nomad. I bet he says something about suckers. Yeah,
Northern Nomad donated $5. I can dig Rich M as new CO host.
There you go.
Can rest of you dig it? SUCKAS?
Yeah, he's literally just trying to. He's just trying to revive the Booker T gimmick from the 2000s. Northern Nomad, thank you very much. He says, I can dig that Rich M is the new co-host. Can the rest of you dig it? Suckers. That's the Booker T theme tune for anyone who doesn't know. Shout out Northern Nomad as always. And again, hit that join button. That's what it's all about. Come and get involved in the community we're building over here. As I said, this isn't no featherweight, hit the join button and we just ignore you type thing. Literally be on the channel you're supporting and get to know everyone else that's crazy enough to buy all these toys as well. It's so much fun when you can do this hobby with other like-minded collectors because, as I said, Amanda does not care. She's seen another box arrive today and I was like, sorry, embargoed. She wasn't allowed to see it. Embargo may be used quite a lot today. It's a bit of an inside joke, but if you know, you know. Okay, Rich, let's just get straight into some Marvel talk, right? That's what we like to do around here. And there was a brand new pre-order today, which was something we've already seen, of course. It was the Iron Man Mark 1, which, to be completely honest, I was very happy to see originally. And I'm always, curious of when these pre-orders go up just to see what accessories they come with, what are the price points we're dealing with, etc. And now we have the answers, at least for Mark 1 here. So he comes in plastic free packaging. Boo, no one's a fan of that.
The best thing is with this, Hasbro have listened to all our complaints that the Photoshop looks shit. It doesn't look very good with renders. They've gone into Photoshop. They've pressed that invert button, and now it's in white,
it's
not
in
black.
White.
Oh,
yes.
Amazing!
Yeah.
Well done, Hasbro.
Oh, it's in white. It's magical in white. It's game changer. Game changer. We love it now. We love it now. So there he is with everything he comes with. So to be fair, it is a single packed figure. It isn't a deluxe. I thought they may try and make this into a deluxe sort of War Machine style and just throw in loads of accessories. But it isn't a deluxe. It's just a regular single packed figure. But he does come with an interchangeable set of fisted hands and some blast effects that we have seen many times before. But at least they are relevant to the character. And to be fair, this is a newly tooled, completely pinless, and I think a very solid representation of the Mark 1 Iron Man. Like, this is like way back original Avengers Iron Man. He's not gold, obviously, here, but we know that repaint's coming. And it's a welcome addition to my collection. They have been nailing it with Iron Man figures recently. I'm looking forward to getting the Extremis armor this year. So, again, if you're building a comic book Hall of Armor, then I think you're going to be very happy to see the Mark 1 here. So I'll skip through some pictures. But, Rich, what are your thoughts now it's been solicited and we can see it all? You in on this?
Yeah, 100%. I think at this price point, I thought it was going to be like Ronan the Accuser type of price point that they showed there. I was like, oh. But now that it is actually just like £27, that's like a good price, I think.
Agreed. Thank you very much, Jay, with a little super chat there. He says, what a week. Rich return, Inner Circle, and WrestleMania. Indeed, yeah, Jay's booked next week off because he's going to be up all weekend recovering. But to Rich's point, yeah, I thought the same. I thought this would be like a deluxe price point and they're just packing a load of accessories. Don't get me wrong. Accessories are great. You know me, I love options. I would have loved like an unmasked Tony Stark head, but I guess with this particular version of Iron Man, you would have had to have a separate neck piece and other bits like that, which could have been done, I'm sure. But it's looking good, right? It's a solid representation of what it's meant to be.
It looks good. It looks like it's like got like the right articulation for this kind of thing. It moves well. It can pull as well. So it definitely looks like the best version of the Mark 1 armor that we've had, I think, in the Legends line anyway.
I like that pose. He can't, to be fair, that's all he can do. It's a man to be fair, it's limiting, but intentionally limiting because it's a man in armor. But it still has more articulation than the character design actually is probably worth. So I'm not mad about this at all. And again, so few accessories, but it is a single packed figure, as I said, in that single box. There is the box in all its glory with the Avengers, and that's what they're going for. What's it say? Earth's, yeah, beyond
Earth's might, yes.
That's like their. It's not just Hasbro doing that. That's going to be a theme in the comics as well, right? They're celebrating the 60 years of Avengers. Jamie with a super chat. Thank you very much, Jamie. I'll let Friday read that.
Jamie Gwitchard donated £5. Couldn't think of a better co-host than the man, the myth, the legend. Rich M hands clapping, also T-Gray.
T-Gray, we haven't heard that in a while. Thank you very much. Yeah, the reason Tiger's called T-Gray is because of Friday who cannot pronounce it. So thank you very much, Jamie, for reminding us of that. Again, very fitting today. Couldn't think of anyone better to co-host than the man, the myth, the legend, Rich M. Also T-Gray. Thank you very much. So I did put up a poll on my Instagram, Rich, for this one. I'll put up a poll here in the chat as well. But just saying hit or miss on this one. So what do you think? What do you think people are saying here? So let me tell you how many votes we've got. So over 100 votes on my Instagram so far. What do you think the percentage is?
80-20.
Not bad. 81% it's a hit, 19% it's a miss. So
That's quite close. That's really close.
that is really close. So the majority of people, I'll put up a little poll here in the chat as well. Basically just asking the same question. Marvel Legends, Iron Man, Mark 1. Let us know your thoughts in the comment as well, and we'll read a couple out before we move on, because we have lots of Spider-Verse figures to talk about finally, because we've knew about these for a long time, but now we can talk about them and show some images. So yeah, Marvel Legends, Iron Man Mark 1. I will simply ask the question, hit or miss. Where's the poll? There we go. Hit or miss. That simple. So please get involved. If you are here live, you have access to your computer screen to the chat. You can hit or miss on that, and we'll report back to that. Shotgun of Plastic as well says that Mark 1 Iron Man looks glorious. First day evening positive vibes. Yes, absolutely, people. Good. Okay, so let me get back out of this, and let me get some Into the Spider-Verse figures up. So before I do, Rich, Into the Spider-Verse, the actual movie, a lot of people say this is their favourite Spider-Man movie. Is it yours? Is it like one of yours?
I like it. Wouldn't be my favorite Spider-Man movie, but I definitely liked it a lot. I didn't think it was a bad movie. Very good animated movie, and I thought like the way it handled like the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales, like Gwen, everything like that, Spider-Ham, Spider-Man Noir, it was like really good. And then across the Spider-Verse, bringing in like Spider-Man 2099 and expanding it out. Look, I'm excited to see it. It's got most of the creatives back for this one, so yeah, I'm quite interested to see what happens with it.
Did you have all the figures from the Stiltman Build-A-Figure wave?
I did, yeah. I got all of those. So obviously, these seem more stylized than those ones. They seem to fit more in with Marvel Legends, but they had like animated faces. Whereas these ones, it's like the body proportions as well are like more matching what's on screen rather than like fitting in with your Legends line.
I agree. Let's show them off. Let's talk about them. As I said, we've knew about these for a while. They did leak a little while ago, but obviously the movie did get moved around. Like, was it meant to come out last year? Like, has it been pushed back that far? Yeah. So yeah, I think even Dan Yoon on Instagram said that these have been on ice for a little bit. So yeah, collecting dust in a warehouse into there. They've given the green light.
It's like all the kids line shipped last year because they didn't have chance to like pull it back, but I think they're trying to hold back the Legends. But it was like the basic versions of like Spider-Man 29, Gwen, Miles, and Spider-Man and Spider-Punk, and even the Cyborg Spider-Woman. They all came out like last year, like around September time, I think.
Yeah, they're character designs we've seen before. I think the big reveal from this wave initially was that they were on the card backs. Let me grab Miles real quick. Where is he? There he is. So yeah, they're on card backs. Now obviously we refer to this as like retro packaging, but this isn't a retro franchise. This is a new franchise. So this is like just plastic packaging for a new generation. These are card backs for a new generation. So I actually quite like this aspect. Like, of course, it's not retro because there's nothing. It's not attached to anything retro. But this will be retro to someone in 30 years' time. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're just reigniting that flame for the new generation. And again, this packaging looks so much better than the plastic free anyway, because it just looks cheap, doesn't it? It just doesn't look premium. And let's be honest, Legends are you're paying that premium price these days. So I'm happy. I actually like the fact that they went with this packaging for these, and it looks much more appealing, and I think they've done a great job. And like you said, characters are very stylized, so let's just go through these. I don't know what order they've got them in. I guess we can start off on this big boy, or big girl, should I say, because this is a very interesting looking character design. So this is the deluxe Spider-Woman, right?
Yeah, the Cyborg Spider-Woman. So I think it's based on like 90s, like where everyone had these big guns, had spikes, had pouches everywhere. Like if you look, the spider pattern on her, it's like barbed wire. It's not like just put on, but it's painted really well. Looks really good. I mean, I don't think anyone's had this in hand yet, so I'm not sure about the articulation. It looks like maybe on the cannon arm she's got like some like kind of like rubber that you can bend. It looks like so you could like move it a bit. But it looks really, really nice. Well painted anyway for what it is.
Look, it's all unique sculpt. That is absolutely for damn sure. They're like bullets as spikes on that shoulder pad. Very curious to see this in the film. Like, don't get me wrong, I did really like the film. but I'm not too sure if I'm in on this wave, and we'll talk about that as we go through. But it's a nice. You usually expect a deluxe figure to accompany a wave these days, so it's the same here with these. So yeah, these literally are available to buy. Like I think as soon as the first week of, I think, April 10th is the day you can buy these.
They're embargoed.
Embargo. There you go. There's that word again. Ding. Yes.
If you're in America, you can probably go and pick them up at your shop now.
if you're in America, these will probably be on the shelves at Walmart and Target right now because their employees don't read the boxes before they put them out. But our independent stores play by the rules, so these are in stock right now in places, but they can't technically give them out or sell them until the 10th. So if you want them, they're not far away, is the point. Next up, so we got Jessica Drew's Spider-Woman, and am I mistaken, Rich, or is she pregnant here?
Yeah, it's based off the pregnant look from Jessica in the comics. So in the comics, it was like the Dennis Hopeless run, I think it was, where like Jessica got pregnant and had that kind of different outfit. So it's kind of based on that, but obviously with a different version of Jessica Drew.
Yeah, it's the multiverse.
It's the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, it's the multiverse. It's fine. Fair game. I've always said that I'd take a Jessica Drew, a pregnant version. It's weird as that sounds, but I was reading comics at that time type thing. So I wouldn't mind it. It's weird to say, but so yeah, this is the Spider-Verse incarnation of that. And again, like you said, very stylized, but because of that, there's not a lot of reuse here. It's all new. It's pinless. And it seems like she even has the double jointed elbows there. It doesn't look like it with the pose there, but if I'm zoom in, yeah, she's got the double jointed elbows. So again, completely pinless, skinny legs, but again, it's the stylized look. Her hair may make her a little bit heavier, but she's got the digital face printing tech as well. It's a great looking figure for what it's meant to represent, undoubtedly. Then we move on to Miles in his new updated costume. We now get an unmasked head, an upgraded dated one. It's different to the first one, and also his regular costume as well. So the previous Miles we got were Legends. He was always in his jacket, wasn't he? So he sort of had the Spider outfit on, but he had his casual jacket and stuff. Yeah,
over the top, you had a hoodie and a jacket over it.
Yeah, so
this is an accurate look of that look from the show. But I think again, this looks very stylized compared to that one as well. It's the proportions. He's much more leaner in this, I think, than that other Legend.
I agree. Look at the texture as well. So again, new sculpt here, no pins. It's going to have a decent range, a little bit gangly. I've seen some pictures online, and the articulation in places does look a little bit awkward, but sometimes they're in positions you wouldn't naturally pose them in, if that makes sense. So I do think people are going to like this one for sure. Very cool looking, and again, put it on the plastic-free packaging, it just looks so much more appealing than it would do behind a cardboard box. So there's Miles and Jessica Drew. Next up, we have Peter B. Parker. Now, last time we got him, I'm trying to see if he was on my shelf. We didn't actually have the full outfit either, did we? We had dodgy shoes. He had a coffee cup. Yeah. So it's again similar vibes here, but now we get the Spider-Man up top and the casual joggers down below.
There's a little blurb on the blister card, so this is actually based on the first movie rather than Across the Spider-Verse. So this is based off his Into the Spider-Verse look. So maybe he's got a new look in Across the Spider-Verse that they want to spoil or something.
Okay, so maybe this will go nicely with the other figures. Because out of all
or he dies in the first 5 minutes, one or the other.
All that. But look, comparing this to the other two so far, it doesn't look as stylized, if that makes sense. The proportions ain't as gangly. Maybe this one would be more streamlined and fit in with the previous figures if you wanted to do that. But there he is, bare feet, of course. Again, sculpted. You can see the sculpted work on the body there, not painted of course, but still looks decent enough for what it is. And again, in the blister cut, again, not a lot of accessories, which is unfortunately become the norm these days, but he looks good on the card.
See, now this is go back to this one. This is where I've got a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
Because they say that they can't give all the hands for Spider-Man because they've got to deco it, they've got to paint it.
Mm-hmm.
This one hasn't got a deco line, so what's the excuse for not giving us the 3 sets of hands with this one? They could have easily just put 2 more hands in there, couldn't they?
There's plenty of room in the blister. Look at this. Over here, look at all this room. Dead space. Yes, absolutely. More accessories. Always, for sure. Moving on to Gwen here. So again, Gwen's been updated, a little bit more stylized, new head sculpt. Again, because of she's proportionally, I still think she may work with your previous figures as well. They've definitely upgraded it. She didn't have this much deco on the previous one, but I
Yeah,
do.
she's got painted lines, look.
Yeah. Like I like the character design for Gwen. I always have, to be fair. And I like her look as well with the sort of little shaved long hair one side. And there she is. She comes with 2 heads and 1 set of hands. Do you like the look of Gwen?
Yeah, this looks really, really nice. Like, I've got the other version from the Spider-Verse, and I've got the regular version that came, the comic book Spider-Gwen as well. So I don't know if I'm going to be picking this one up straight away, but the head sculpt does look better than the other ones. If you missed out last time, it definitely looks like an upgrade.
Yeah, I'm curious to see some comparisons of these compared to the first wave, because they're different in proportions and style. But
Well, on April the 10th, I'm sure you'll be able to see
Maybe.
all of those. I'm sure no one will review them before April the 10th, will they?
everyone behaves on YouTube, don't they? Okay, next up, we've got Spider-Man 2099, who was sort of teased at the very end of the last film. Is it Oscar Isaac, the voice of this guy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So again, talking about proportionately and stylized, he's like got superhero syndrome where he's big and bulky, got that sort of triangle sort of aspect. He's got like a translucent cape on the back as well. Seems like it's glued on there.
Yeah, it does seem translucent. They're going into red, like down to clear.
I'm trying to see if
But I like this look for Spider-Man 29. Like I've said before, of all the Spider-Man, 29 is my favorite of all Spider-Man. So this version for Miguel, I think it looks like the comic book, but plays like into that stylized version of like how Into the Spider-Verse does it. So I'm interested to see what his role will be in the new Across the Spider-Verse movie. So it looks quite cool.
Considering they teased him in the last one, I do think he's going to play a decent sized role in it for sure. Especially if you got Oscar Isaac as the voice.
Yeah.
But the cape does look like it's glued on, so that's not removable. You've got the big sort of spiky boomerang things on the forearm. But yeah, very proportionate. But there you go, looking good. Again, a character we haven't had from the first movie yet, and he fills out that box like as well. So comparing him to Miles or Gwen, he is going to stand a little bit bigger for sure. Next up, Spider-Punk. Now, in the comics, Spider-Punk is a version of Miles, right? Or am I making that up?
No,
No?
he's not a version of Miles. He's like he's a version of isn't he a version of Peter in the comic books?
Remember.
There's just been a new Spider-Punk introduced in one in the comic books, so maybe I've got it wrong. But
Someone in the chat can have a quick Google and find out for us. We don't have a super producer anymore, people, all right? So we struggle with these details. I don't know why I thought it was Miles. Maybe I've read that somewhere. I thought that. I swear I've seen him without his mask.
He's Hobie. He's Hobie Brown. He's the Prowler.
The Prowler. That's okay. So anyway, new star. We haven't seen him yet in the film. Of course, Spider-Punk with his punk hair, his guitar, his leather jacket. It's got to be all new here because it's such a unique design. All these buttons are actually hit with deco as well. All the sculpted lines. Again, double jointed, pinless. It seems. Down at the knees as well. Those big thick boots. They've obviously made some effort with these figures for sure. Undoubtedly. There you go. There's the shoulder pads just to prove the double jointedness. So funky looking character design, right?
Yeah, look, I think like with these secondary characters, like the paint and the deco on it, they've done a lot. Like considering like these are all new sculpts, I don't see where they're gonna like reuse these. They seem to have gone all out. So there's a lot of like new bits, like the leather wristbands, everything like that, like the spikes on his head, the spikes on his shoulder. Looks really, really nice. So again, don't know what role he's gonna play in the movie, but if it's a good movie, definitely one I'll go back and pick up.
Yeah, there's his guitar. His guitar has like a plastic strap on it as well that you can put over him, but there he is without the guitar. Again, very funky looking design for Spider-Punk. But again, looks great on the plastic card. And then here we go, the villain, one who I would definitely want. We talked about him last week in regards to the Spider-Man animated series. I think it's a fun character with potential, and clearly they've tried to use that potential here in figure form already, as it comes with a very interesting accessory piece. But I know that I'm sure it's relevant to the movie, but proportionately he looks a little bit odd, right? He looks like a weird alien or something.
Yeah, he's like lanky and tall but fat as well. It's like, yeah, the proportions are like all out on it. And the accessory, I get what they're trying to do, but it kind of looks like a coat stand. Like he's got like a Miles Morales hat to put on or something.
It does look like a Miles Morales hat you'd wear at the horse races or something like that. Oh, very, very nice Miles hat there. And yeah, it does look like weird hats, doesn't it? He's saying as well, look at my hats. Look at my Miles Morales hats here on my stand. He's very proud of them as he stands there showing off his Marvel-inspired hats. But as I said, Spot the character has, I'm sure he's going to look great into the Spider-Verse anyway. That animation's crazy. But the character, again, has potential in figure form as well. Like, again, they could go crazy with different accessories, pop off limbs and black spots and holes and all of that. So they've tried something here, which I do appreciate. But he does look very gangly and lanky. But again, still has that pot belly.
The fossil set, I think a lot of people say this, it's like if Marvel made Gru from Despicable Me, and it does look like that kind of body, doesn't it? Like the similar.
Yeah, okay, I get that. There he is again. So are they the only hands he comes with? Yeah, okay, no, he comes with some fisted hands as well, it seems. Did he have a... Yeah, we go. He did have a fisted hand in one of those shots, but he does come with a full set there. You can see up in the corner. So fisted hands, and then you get the Miles Morales hat accessories with your very own hat stand included. And again, he fills up the box pretty big as well, so I'm sure he's going to be tall compared to the rest of the figures. So there we have the Spot with the accessories. So there you go. That is your lot there. So what are your thoughts on this whole wave here, Rich? Are you what are you in on?
So I'm going to pick up Spider-Man 2099 and Jessica Drew to start off with. And then maybe I'll backtrack after I've seen the film. But I mean, those two look good. I like the look of them. So I'm definitely going to pick them two up. And then we'll see. We'll see what happens with the rest of it. Like, because it's a whole wave based on a movie, and it's a movie that I haven't seen yet, I haven't really got attachments to the other looks. And the ones that I have seen, Miles, Peter B, and Gwen, I've already got on my shelves, like other looks of them. So it's not like an urgent need for me to get these, I don't think. Plus, there's no bath as well, which is like a shame, I think, for this wave. I think a lot of people, this is maybe not going to be like a one to buy, like in the collectors community again. It's not like MCU, it's not comic book, it's something different. So I think a bath might have pulled people into it. Like if there was something bigger, like just there to get everyone, whether it was one of these characters as a bath or a different thing as a bath, just something. And again, like for the price we're paying now, I think the lack of accessories plus the lack of bath is never good going forward.
Yeah, again, they've tried to sort of... again, we don't know why they've made these decisions, but they've gone for the packaging instead, the plastic packaging, which, again, I'm a fan of. I definitely think that looks so
they wouldn't have with this one, because this was made for last June, so this would have been like before plastic-free packaging came in. If this had come out when it was supposed to have been, it would have been before that. Like, we go in plastic-free, nothing's made in plastic would have come in. This would have been like one of the last waves that could have done it, type of thing.
If these were past that window and just put in regular boxes, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart from the basic kids' toys. Like, you wouldn't, would you? Like,
no, you
genuinely wouldn't. Looking at the chat, Curtis says, Rich is back. Yay! Catch you on the replay. Bye. Hi and bye, Curtis. Thank you very much for jumping in. Yeah, watch the beginning of the stream on the replay. You'll understand what's going on. We're being dramatic for dramatic's sake. Yeah, in regards to me with this wave, like Rich said, to Rich's point, you know me. I'm a big MCU guy, and I also love recreating that 616 in plastic on the shelf behind me. And these don't fit in either of those collections for me. So, as much as I think they are a great representation of the movie, and again, they're stylized on purpose, like the design choices are very intentional to fit the film, and I do think they're going to look great together. And I'm sure once you see the film, when I see the film, as collectors, knowing these exist, you get a little bit itchy, and you think, oh, then maybe they look great as a little side display. But I think for the time being, I will just be keeping my distance from these on these. So unless I managed to get any for review, hint, Richam. Then yeah, I don't think I'll be picking these up straight away. Maybe eventually. But when's the film out?
It's not till like June or July, is it?
Okay.
It's a couple of months out, yeah. Because it's like Guardians is out next, and then this is like summer. I think it got pushed to the summer now.
Okay, we shall see them. We'll report back in the summer to see if I got itchy and went back and got any of these. But as I said, fair play. I think they look great for what they're meant to be, and there's definitely going to be an audience for them, absolutely, and a lot of fans of the film for sure. But for me, it just sits in that awkward grey area, but that's just me and my personal preferences for sure.
If you had to pick one, which one would you buy though? If you had to pick now, it was like, you can have one for free, Dan, Hasbro are emailing you. Got that free comp ready to come. Which one would you pick?
It's tempting because I do really like those Marvel Morales hats that the Spot's got. But I'm curious to check out the deluxe Spider-Woman, the cyborg Spider-Woman there. Just because it just looks really funky and it's big, chunky, imposing. And I've already got a Miles, I've already got a Peter, I've already got a Gwen. So yeah, but again, at the minute, that attachment, like you said, isn't there for me. So even though I'm sure they are great representations from the movie screen into plastic, just for me, I ain't itchy to fill that gap. I liked Spider-Verse, but I wasn't as big as a fan as everybody else, and I don't know why. I don't know. I think the first time I seen it, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to anyone who likes this thing, I think I fell asleep the first time. I think me and Amanda, I think it was one of those nights where me and Amanda didn't have much to do. So I was like, would you come and see this with me? And Amanda straight away, Amanda has that old school mentality where if it's a cartoon, she can't consider it to be for adults. Do you know what I mean? So when I said to her, come and see this cartoon Spider-Man film, she was like, you're a fucking big loser already. Like, now you're dragging me to see cartoon Spider-Man. Like, so I think we went really late one night and like, I think we just fell asleep in the cinema, I'm not going to lie. So I didn't get to watch it properly until time after that, and maybe the hype had died down. I don't know, but I'm just not in on the Spider-Verse hype as everybody else. I know that's blasphemy, but that's just me. That's just me.
First time I saw it, I went with one of my nephews, and I didn't really know a lot about it. I knew there was a Spider-Verse movie, but I didn't really like pay attention to it. And the animation style is kind of like that stop motion kind of style. And I thought we were in a 3D movie, and I was like saying to him, "Are we supposed to have glasses on for this?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, no, that's exactly.
But it took about like 5 minutes to get like used to what was happening.
Exactly,
like, 'cause I'm so used to like Disney CGI, like all smooth and everything like that. So
no, exactly what Amanda said. Amanda didn't like it within the first 5 minutes because she doesn't like 3D movies. Like, she just doesn't like wearing the glasses. She doesn't like them. Occasionally she'd come to the IMAX, but she'd never choose to go and see a 3D film, and she thought exactly that. She was like, "This is weird 3D." She didn't like it. Like, but again, you do learn to appreciate the new style. It's unique and it's definitely got its own flavour that things are now trying to emulate. That's how popular it is. But yeah, Brandon's in the chat with a little crying emoji. Brandon knows his story. He loves the Spider-Verse, of course. Miles is up there. He's A tier for sure. He says, sorry, not sorry. He says, Spider-Verse, best Spider-Man movie, including all 3 live action versions. Paul McCarthy says, burn him. Yeah, my bad. Again, I'm not hating on it. I'm just, my experience with it is different. That's all, like us all. What is your favourite Spider-Man movie, full stop period, out of curiosity?
Oh, see, don't burn me. I really like the first Amazing Spider-Man movie.
So do I. I don't know if it's my favourite, but I liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. That was never an issue for me.
I thought Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone were really, really good in it.
Me too.
But obviously they were like dating in real life, so maybe that's why it was like.
Well, ain't Tom Holland and Zendaya dating in real life too?
Oh yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah.
Did what was it? What's Tobey Maguire and who was it?
Kirsten Dunst.
Did they get together? They probably did, didn't they?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. I think my favourite, I don't know, I think just because of my love for the MCU and that connectivity and like, because you got a piece of it all, I think I'd have to say Spider-Man No Way Home. Just because that's a cheating answer, because it has a little piece of all 3 live action movies. But like that first Spider-Man film was a big impact. Like what was that song? And a hero can save us. Is it
Nickelback?
Yeah, I don't know. Kruger or something like that? Someone in chat.
Chad Kruger from Nickelback.
Just standing on that animated roof with a guitar and the hero. Proper like movie soundtrack with clips of the film.
They need more of that.
Yeah.
Like when Seal would do the Batman one.
Yeah.
Deadpool didn't they? With Celine Dion to do Ashes, wasn't it?
Oh, Kiss from a Rose. I wanted to do that at a karaoke night the other time, but I was like, you know what, it's too, that's another level. I can't hit those notes. But I do love that song. We just got a little donation there from It's Brill Being a Shill. Says, I do like the look of the Spider-Woman, not very stylized. Let's jump back to the Spider-Man real quick. I think she is a little bit stylized, but I can see what you mean. She's got those more human proportions when it's, say, in comparison to Spider-Man 2099, and she's pregnant as well, so she's got a bigger belly, of course, as you would, carrying life, creating life and all, and that big afro as well is very impressive. So maybe that's what's making the proportions look weird. It's just she's pregnant with a big afro, but no, it looks good. That's again, Rich is gone for that one, so maybe
I think she looks really nice. A lot of like new details in there. It's a Spider-Woman we haven't had before, so yeah, on my Spider-Woman shelf.
He says, you've always got toys in the chat going, fucking hell, Dan singing Nickelback, miss. I don't even know the words. I just knew of that song. This is like back in the day when you had music
marry
channels.
Avril Lavigne?
Oh, I don't have a clue. She went with a skater boy, right? She said, see you later, boy.
He's not a skater boy. She married someone from Sum 41 first, and then she married him, didn't she? I think.
Some 41. The small things. That's a Sum
No, that's
41
Blink. That's Blink 182.
Oh, fuck's sake. Some 41. Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to can't. Is that Some 41?
I don't know. Maybe.
Look, I'm thinking. My knowledge of like 2000s sort of indie rock is like Kerrang, like skipping through the music channels, occasionally just popping into Kerrang, see if they've got any Linkin Park. Because as a hip hop guy, they rap, so I like them a little bit.
And my knowledge of music is pop music from 1996 to 2000. Reach for the Stars. Now available in shops. Buy this really good book. It's like all about the pop bands. For anyone interested in pop bands, or if you've got a girlfriend, you can get this. Or boyfriend, get this.
We did S Club 7. Don't stop moving to the funky beat. What's that one? Keep on moving.
Don't stop moving.
Yeah, we did that. We did that at karaoke night. I can do that one. Let me go to the chat. So, chat, random questions for you. All right, let me read the chat for a little bit. Favorite Spider-Man movie? What do you think of these figures? Just generic Spider-Man talk here. Let's say hello to some of you guys in the chat because we've been neglecting you with our absolute nonsense. Just looking at the poll as well for a minute, it seems like Mark 1 Iron Man is 84% hit and 16% miss, which is very good going there for Iron Man. As I said, for what it is, it's a great representation. So the people saying miss are probably just not a fan of that version of Iron Man, and that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Okay, Rob Poddock says, come on, guys. Sum 41 had 6 albums since In Too Deep. I really like Sum 41. Sorry, that's just the only song that came to my head. Jay says, night is pop. Kiara will wake up now. Did we put her to sleep that quickly?
Kiara did wake up. Look, she needs a book. There you go. Jay, Easter gifts sorted.
Easter gifts. Okay, I'm scrolling into the chat a little bit. I'm scrolling up a little bit, see what's going on. Doc Avenger says, is a pass on all of these, even though I want Spot? Yes, I would also like Spot, but I want a comic version of Spot. Give me an animated card. I'd take that, and a retro card. That would be great. Absolutely. Fiendish Frank, go on.
It's just weird now that we're getting more and more of these characters. We get in like movie versions or like animated versions, and we still haven't got comic versions. It's like Spot, America Chavez. There's quite a few now coming along, and it's like more comic versions.
Yeah, you'd think that back in the day, but a few years ago, that sort of would indicate we're getting them in comic form very soon. Like they used like a character would show up in the movies, so that Hasbro would like do the comic version first in some cases, because they could do that without any embargo issues. It was like a little loophole. But now, yeah, you're right. New characters are showing up. But again, the live action worlds are expanding so quickly now. So many characters are popping up. You just think, I wouldn't be surprised if the Legends do the whole Illuminati from Doctor Strange at some point, like down the line. Just because they can, type thing. So
STCC summer exclusive coming soon.
I'm just saying. I wouldn't be surprised. Fiendish Frank said, "What's up, guys? Just tuned in. Just got off work. Is that the super producer I see? No, it's not the super producer anymore.
Oh yeah, I'm the co-host now. Woo!
He's the co-host. He's the official co-host. The super producer is retired. He's now the co-host. So very happy to have him here. Go and watch the beginning of the show on the replay, Frank. We explain it all. Jay says, yeah, Nickelback and Joey from Sylvia. I don't know what it's saying. Chad Kruger featuring Josie Scott. Oh, okay, that's what you're saying. Joe from some other band, I suppose. Dan, who sings badly. Yes, for the record, I never said I could sing. I told you, I went to a karaoke night recently, and now I feel all like I can sing, but I can't. I cannot.
Didn't stop Alicia Dixon, Dan. You can still give it a go.
She rapped, though, I guess. Nothing beats the Toby memes, says Bon Williams. I think we can all agree the multiverse is getting ridiculous, says Cap K 23. It's a trope they can lean on now. It's like an excuse to bring characters back from the dead and actors that have gone or retired. It's definitely a soft trope they can fall on for things. But with the right writing, it can be doing good.
I think, though, this, like, the end of this phase has surely got to be, like, an end to the multiverse type of thing. They can't just keep it around forever.
Well, there's got to be an
can they?
incursion, right? They keep teasing it. They've mentioned incursions into the multiverse, and like that's what Secret Wars is all about, isn't it? The incursions come in, and like so, it's got to be the multiverse sort of gets capped where, at least for a little bit, they're not bouncing
Bring in
around.
a new Iron Man, a new
Yeah.
Steve Rogers, and then close it down.
That's where you can get Miles in the world as well. There's no reason why Miles and Peter can't be a live action at the same time, because that's what happened in the comics. Miles was Ultimate, and then he was in Secret Wars, and then he ended up in the 616. So it can happen in the MCU. I wouldn't put it past them for sure.
So Sony though, Sony money.
Ugh, Sony ruining it. Like I'm still don't like the idea of them doing Madam Web next year. They're just and like they were going to do Silver and Black as well, and like I'd love Black Cat. I'd love Felicia Hardy to be in the Spider-Man films. But if Sony are being greedy, stupid Sony. Right, let's have a scroll, see what else people are saying. Justin collects. I think it's his birthday today. Justin, happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday. I think I've seen that earlier on Instagram. Happy birthday, my friend. Younger than me, so I'm a little bit jealous. He says it's crazy to think all these songs are old now. No, my friend, we are just old. That is the problem.
It's when you go to retro nights and the music is from like 2004.
And you're like, this is
"What?"
great. And you're like,
Yeah.
shit. I'm retro. Myself, I'm retro.
I had to explain. Bewitched. I had to explain who Bewitched was to somebody at work the other
That
day.
is depressing, isn't it?
Oh, it spoiled my lunch hour.
How would you do it? Like leather jackets.
I sang all 3 albums, Dan. Did the whole dance routine, everything. That's what I did.
Fight
like me, Dad.
Big Will says favourite Spider-Man movie is Amazing Spider-Man 1. Figures are good for what they are, but they're wallet saver for me for sure. Craig's Nostalgia Collection says I like the first Amazing Spider-Man, but No Way Home was my favourite. As Dan said, a piece from each movie. Yes, absolutely. Marco Rodriguez says blessings from Mexico City, chat. Shout out to Mexico City. It still blows my mind how these this YouTube world can bring so many people together that love toys. I love it.
It's nice to have a nice person from Mexico visit as well.
Yeah, where's Avnogla? Down the wall. And we're sending
He's probably crying in a corner when he realises I'm the new co-host now.
Oh, shit, yeah. Sorry, Avnogla, not. Rob says, congrats, Rich. Sorry, I missed the beginning. Paul McCarthy says, I might pick up the Miles. The rest are a pass for me. Still massively hyped for the film, though. Alex McKay says, favourite figure of the year so far, released or unreleased? We sort of did a whole stream about that, to be fair. The Last Legend of Liquor, I had 16 guests, and each of them broke down their top 3 figures of Q1 2023. I kept saying 2021 during the stream. I don't know why, but it was 2023. Maybe Rich, if he can think about it, can let you know his. Have a little think,
come on,
Rich.
Dan. I think you know what my one is.
Um,
You've got her held hostage for the last 3 weeks.
Of course I have. Of course I mentioned that in my review. Did you hear me say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned it. Yeah, Monet, of course. That's absolutely. There you go. So there's Rich's and Monet's. And I think my favourite figure of the year so far isn't even a legend. It's Rex 1 from the TMNT. I know, yeah.
Oh.
Blasphemy. I told you, down with Hasbro. People are saying happy birthday to Justin. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I can see the Wolf Pack in the building. Ted Darklaw as well. I think, Ted, please tell me, do you work for Hella Dope Toys? Do you own the store or are you employee?
Yeah,
or...
Ted is Hella Dope Toys.
Oh, okay, there you go. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Shout out Ted, Hella Dope Toys. He left a comment on the Last Legends of Liquor as we were discussing it. Yeah, it's showing some love. Absolutely spreading the word. Hella Dope Toys. Go and show some love. Thank you very much to Ted joining in as always. And again, he says he does reasonable price international shipping, which I love to hear, as that is definitely an issue for us UK collectors. There's plenty of stuff we want to spend our money on, but the shipping hurts. We're willing to pay the shipping because we understand it's a different side of the planet, but some people take the piss. Costumes.com, aka NECA Hall of Fame. Damn you, not a fan of that. But no.
I think you mentioned it on Legend Liquor, but they've just had in Hella Dope Toys as well. They've got the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom 6-inch line in as well.
Yeah.
So like if you're looking for them, hit up Hella Dope Toys.
I do actually want to just get one in hand just to check it out. Just as a fan of the community and fan of action figures, I do think I want to check out one of them. So I will have to have a look for sure. Okay, what else are people saying? Tanner says, we were in Q1 and I'm bummed everything. I'm bumping everything down a spot. for the Triceraton. So yeah, he got his Mirage Snekker Triceraton from his Uncle Ali this week, and that is his number one figure of the year for sure. Greg says, your boys, did you wake the Wolfpack up and remind him Dan was streaming? McGowan, it's early on the West Coast. It's early. I wouldn't expect McGowan would be working hard, so I wouldn't expect him to be popping in. But I always appreciate. Sometimes we whisper in his ear, and he's got us in the AirPods during his work days, where he's not technically allowed, but he just can't help but hear our voices. And Ted says, yes, I'm the co-owner, so shout out Ted of Halat Dope Toys, absolutely. Underneath that, George says, I haven't picked up any Q1 figs yet, so no clue what my favourite would be. George, did you even watch Legend of Liquor this week? Because my friend, you won the duck race. I don't see enough enthusiasm coming from you about that. Go and watch the replay of Legend of Liquor. Because I'm a nice guy, I put the regulars in there. And I think you win another duck race, George, all right? Go and check out the replay. You got some more points on the board. Jamie's after you. He wanted that win. Jamie says, what Dan W is not the character options resignation of Doctor Who set. Oh, okay. Watch Legend of Liquor. Me and Jamie thought we were hilarious, but again, you need to watch Legend of Liquor to see what we're talking about. Home Dude says, my Mezco 69 Batman just got handed to me by the FedEx guy. Home Dude, that is very exciting. That's worth a little round of applause. I'm not even a Mezco guy, but even I am well versed in the story, on the myth, the legend that is the Mezco 69 Batman. One of the longest pre-orders in history of the toy community has now arrived in your hands. That must be a very strange, surreal feeling, my friend. Hopefully it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. The Fossil says, costumes site can go bankrupt and Loot Crate as well. Yeah, not a fan of either of those things. Hopefully, I love Turtles though, so I'm a sucker. So like when NECA get involved and do Turtle stuff, I'm like, you like feel forced to go in. But that's the whole point of these collaborations. It's so you go to these sites you wouldn't usually go to. But yeah, their shipping was an absolute joke. And like Ted says, we're trying to find that sweet spot for international shipping. Yeah, absolutely. We are willing to pay the shipping, of course it is, but I have people ship me stuff all the time from the US, and I know it's not £100 to ship a $40 figure, do you know? So that's why we don't like Haulathon. But no, Haladope Toys is doing it right. Thank you very much. Lots of people slagging off costumes.com, Tanner included. Me and Tanner literally walk around the booth at costumes.com at MCM booing. That's a true story. We'll film it next time we do that.
So they've got a UK company then as well.
They had a whole booth, like a decent sized premium booth as well at MCM, like one that you could walk in and walk around and merch all over the place. So
you think they'd like drop ship to the UK then and then ship it from there? Because
exactly.
like that's what poor Mondo, rest in peace Mondo.
I know.
But that's what Mondo do. Apparently they've just released a press release saying that Mondo is still going ahead. So just give me my Jubilee. Just give me my Jubilee. That's all I want.
So close. I would have loved to have seen the attempt at an animated Beast. I don't think it would have got there, but that would be an impressive feat for sure.
Did you get that? They did that?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. And by the way, I'm very tempted with the Wolverine and Jubilee too, because I've seen the Magneto. He looks great. Like I'm not even into that scale, but I've started to look at things recently. Like I had a conversation with someone about Hot Toys. It might have been on Legend of Liquor. I apologise, whoever it was. But someone was always talking about premium products, and I was like, I feel like I just need one in my life. But then I feel like that's that danger, isn't it? It's like seeing how good they are, then you get caught. But yeah, I think I do. Maybe just because I want to get that 1/4 scale Toon Donatello as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just as my favourite turtle. But then if I only got him, I'd feel like I need the brothers. And then where do I put these 1/4 scale turtles? This room is tiny, people. This room is tiny. I have no room. Like this is it. You can see the 2 walls. Spider-Man, my window. This room is tiny. I have no more room, but I still have so much stuff I want to buy. It's
if you took on your Spider-Man, you could put shelves up there.
Rich. The wall only exists because the Spider-Man.
Just get a t-shirt look instead. You'll be fine. Look, get them all on there.
That is my favourite part of the room. I'm not even joking. That is my favourite part. Look, let's just show the people one more time, just because I can. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, did I show something embargoed? No, that's fine. That's all. We're allowed to show that. We're allowed to show that. Whoops, I was like, shit, have I revealed something then? And there's some more over there. And room for more. I've made space for more. So, yeah, I can't help it. That's my nostalgic sweet spot. It's the Spider-Man animated stuff. That's why I love Richard's t-shirt today. Not going to lie. Kiara says, thanks, Rich, buying that book. So she's in on the book. What else are people saying? Northern Nomad says, I love it when Dan calls himself a sucker. Sucker! Well, every time I hear that, I just hear Booker T's voice saying sucker. Like, I don't hear Northern Nomad saying it. I hear Booker T's voice, but I think that's what he'd want. Greg says, watch out, Dan, where even while working, Wolfpack will rickroll you. Miguel's a good guy. I've got an actual wolf named after Miguel. I think he named his after me as well. That's the type of friendship we've got. Rich M, Beware Jubilee will be a 4-year pre-order, says Greg. Surely not. Magneto's already here, right? So
I'm hoping not. I wait but 2 years for Bishop or Mezco, so it's got to be quicker than that, surely.
Are you going to get Wolverine in the what they
No,
call?
because I'm not made of money, Dan.
Okay.
I'm literally, for my Jubilee cube, I just get a Jubilee.
Okay.
Do you know what?
She's not going to fit in the cube.
I did a bad. She'll have a new cube. She'll go
Okay.
on top of the cube.
Okay.
A Jubilee and get the top shelf.
Okay, that's fair.
I did no, like when you go on eBay drunk and you're like, oh la la, la, and then you wake up and you're like, what did I do? What did I do? Well, it's like I'm missing a Black Series slave layer because I sold mine like years ago, and I was like, I really really want it, and I paid too much money for this, and now I remember when I sold it. It's like she's so small, but I've got her now to go back on my layer shelf.
Oh, she's on the layer shelf. There she is. Do you not want to disclose how much you spent on that?
No, too much.
fair enough.
Too much. Probably could have bought a Hot Toy Leah
Oh,
for the
wow.
same price. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that.
Okay,
it wasn't that much.
Okay, no.
But it was. This was probably cheaper. This set was
Oh,
probably
wow, okay.
cheaper.
That's a good comparison. I'm jealous of that set, by the way. You're not opened yours yet, no?
I still haven't opened it. I've been opening it this weekend now. I just been busy.
Yeah,
But
great.
work is getting back to normal now, so I should be around more. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, perfect. Happy days. I'm happy about it. I'm also want that set as well. I haven't got it just yet, but I will make sure I pick it up soon. Ted says, thanks for the shout out, guys. We appreciate it more than you know. No, absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Compulsive Collector says, buy a Hot Toys figure, Dan. You know your... Oh, it was John. It was Compulsive Collector, because for his top 3 of quarter 3, he was showing off Hot Toys the whole time. So it was John, yeah, Compulsive Collector. And he was saying I should get an Iron Man one, like... But trust me, the Iron Man's my favourite character, and him be the most expensive as well, like, typical. So, I don't know, maybe. Again, I'm not made of money either, and I'm also have no room, so... I don't know. Collector problems, innit? Collector problems. California Red Devils in the building. He says, why would they hold back Batman 89 for Flash promotion when they were sold out and pre-ordered for years ago? Oh, they're still trying to figure out. To be fair, I don't even think there's any point wasting your energy on trying to figure out why that was delayed. Nobody knows. It's a mystery. It was delayed, but it's here now. Let's focus on the positive, as we like to do.
Mezco just don't give you updates, and they're not like the factory burnt down. We had to like redesign. There was licensing issues. They're just like keep pushing the date back, and then it's like finally it's coming. There we go.
Communication is so important because, like, as a consumer, if you're kept in the loop, you feel more comfortable and you're like be willing to be more patient. But just being in the dark is what makes people frustrated, and yeah, that's clearly an issue with Mezco, like you said. Greetings from Germany. Germany, says Fabi. I think it's Fabi. Yeah, thank you very much again.
Guten
Crazy.
Tag.
Guten Tag, indeed. I did Germany in school. Germany. I've been Germany actually, and I did German in school. But don't ask me to speak German. I faked it till I maked it. I just.
And most of the Marvel Legends Avengers wave came from Germany.
It did. Thank you, Amazon. Yeah, Mexico and Germany in the house today, and the US and the UK. Again, the internet is a crazy place. Dan Hayden says, Mondo just announced they're pushing through a Kitty Pryde first. Oh, did you hear about that?
Oh, no wonder they went bust, is there?
Sad times. Collecting Rush says, home from work early. Shout out Collecting Rush, who just did a good... He's traded his a Sentinel for the Thundercat...
Thunder what?
I was about to say Thunderpants, then that's something different. Thundercat's Thunder Tank. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Which is a pretty fair trade, to be fair, I think. Pretty fair trade.
Who doesn't love a hoe?
Indeed. Free hose. Father Christmas, of course. Father Christmas. What was I going to say then? I was about to talk about the Galactus, actually. If you want the Galactus HasLab is popping up in a few places.
Amazon UK have got it. Big Bad Toy Store have got it. where was this made-to-order toy that wasn't going to be offered to mass retail? Where have these come from?
Again, this is me just thinking off the top of my head. I'm not like trying to defend the stupid politics of Hasbro and the HasLab, but you would just think it's good practice to make a few extra for any damaged or any issues that people have had. So like, it makes sense there would be a few extras somewhere.
They didn't with the Sentinel. I don't know if it might be different though, because we got him from Zavi, but Z-Man had issues with his Sentinel, didn't it? And they didn't replace it. They just offered him money off, didn't they?
Yeah, that is very frustrating for sure. Maybe this time around they learnt their lesson and they did. Now they had Hasbro Pulse, of course.
We made 10,000 extra.
What idiots! No. That's how much they trust their own QC issues, clearly. But I don't know. Either way, it's a great opportunity for people to get the Galactus if they thought they missed out, for sure. Absolutely. But I only needed one, and I've got my one. There he is. Today, Silver Surfer's back to being the Herald. It was Monet for a little bit, for anyone paying attention. That was a little Easter egg for a while. Leanne says, I have never brought a Mondo figure before, but I went onto the Masters of the Universe Trapjaw, and here's my absolute favourite Masters of the Universe character, so I could not. Some of these figures look great. And a spoiler alert, but I may be starting to look at a few statues here on the channel as well very, very soon. Some decent ones as well. You know I'm not an articulation snob by any means. It's all about... Don't get me wrong, I love action figures always and always will, but like sometimes you just want that centerpiece that like embodies the character. There you go.
Out of our DC Wonder Woman.
Do you have many
collection.
statues?
Yeah, I've got too many, Dan.
Oh, yeah,
too many statues.
There you go. Yeah, we'll bring some statue love to the channel at all. Again, I always say sometimes I just want the most accurate looking thing on my shelf to represent that thing I love. And sometimes statues can do that better than action figures, for sure. But again, action figures is my number one love, first and foremost. Always. Always. Okay. Going back to the Iron Man up top. Still at 84%, over 100 votes now. So I think that's the general consensus there, that people are very happy with their Iron Man. Okay, so let's jump to back to Legends real quick. And Rich is very kindly, on his last role as super producer, put this list together for me. This was his last super producer task. So here we have a timetable of the Marvel Legends release schedule moving forward, okay? Because
this is Pulse UK, by the way, because other retailers may vary.
Yes, okay, good disclaimer there. So yeah, we're in the UK. We're in the UK, obviously. So I think it's just sensible in this day and age with distribution all over the place, shipping not really making sense. You want to try and keep track of when things are due in. So for budgetary reasons, of course, we're not all made of money. We're all adults. We all make sure our bills are paid first, and we like to make sure we've got the money to indulge ourselves in our hobby when we can. So it's frustrating when lots of things turn up at once, especially when they weren't scheduled that way originally, because when you put a pre-order in, you're committing to pay for that thing on the scheduled date. But if those dates get moved around, it messes with that. So we always try and stay ahead of the game here. So we're just doing our due diligence to the community, and especially the UK community, and trying to give you an update on when things are coming. So this is based off Hasbro Pulse UK, which are usually very accurate. They have had a few misses, but so far this year they've been okay. So starting up top, you've got the Villains 5-pack, the VHS Spider-Man and Carnage, and obviously me and Rich can both attest to, he's got the Villains 5-pack in hand, I've got the Carnage and Spider-Man as well, so they're both in hand. There you go. So true story, they've both released in the last week or so. Maybe 2-week window by now. The re-release of Moon Knight is out as well. And then the Franklin and Valeria 2-pack is shipping this week as well, Rich, right?
Yeah, so these dates again are Pulse. So it's supposed to ship from Pulse today. Well, it's out today in Pulse, which means it'll probably ship tomorrow. Because I've had like my notification, like check your address, check your payment. So that'll probably ship tonight. But the retailers in the UK, independents like In Demand, Star Action, Comics and Cocktails, I think they started shipping them yesterday. So they obviously, these dates are Pulse. We tend to get them like the week before with the independent retailers. So if you want Franklin and Valeria for the weekend, go and put an order in one of them.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. So always support the independents, like Rich said, for sure. But again, Pulse are the ones distributing these in the first place, so their dates are pretty accurate. So let's have a look into April, okay? So You just get paid at the end of March, okay? You pay your bills, you pay your mortgage, you pay your gas, your electric, council tax, water rates, phone bill, phone and car insurance, food bill, pet insurance. Oh, how have I got any money left for action figures? It's ridiculous. Thank you to the YouTube community, first and foremost. Bloody hell. Super chats are also open too. Wink, wink. Shameless. I'm shameless. What can I say? So yeah, moving into April now, you have a small little budget for your hobby, for your collection. And a lot is coming in April, people. Like, the floodgates are about to open. So, as we have just talked about today, the Across the Spider-Verse Part 1, full wave of 7 figures, plus the deluxe Spider-Woman are both up for, like, well, I don't think they're up for pre-order yet because they're just going to go straight into stock on the 10th.
Yeah, I'd imagine they go straight in now. It's just, like, too late
no
to put
point
them
with
up.
a pre-order, right? So, they're just going to go straight into stock on the 10th, right? So, if you want them, if you want them straight away, they're out on the 10th, okay? Also out on the 10th is the Deluxe Groot and the Deluxe, not the Deluxe, the whole Guardians wave. So that's the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Cosmo Build-A-Figure wave, all 7 figures, and Groot, all out on the 10th, okay? So that's another full wave of Marvel Legends, another Deluxe, all out on the 10th. So far, that's 2 full waves and 2 deluxe figures, all released on the 10th of April. And trust me when I say these are definitely coming. The stores already have them in stock. They just can't release them due to embargo, okay? So stores are even saying they cannot ship them until the 10th. So they're in stock. They're ready to go if you've pre-ordered them. Not only that, you've got the comic Yondu. And also, we've got the comic Star-Lord as well, which are 2 single-pack figures that are going to be released as well to accompany the Guardians of the Galaxy movie figures too. All on the 10th.
It's interesting with Star-Lord there because Pulse have got it listed for later. I think it's out in May with Pulse.
Yeah, there he is.
On the 6th of May. But with the independent retailers, they've already got it in, like, there. They're not allowed to ship out yet. But so if you want that Star-Lord, it might be worth getting it from one of the independents, like Star Action Figures, In Demand Toys, Kapow, Comics and Cocktails, Props and Replicas, whichever of the many ones you want to use, because I think they're probably going to have it in ready to ship on the 10th.
Yeah, sometimes it depends how much quantity certain stores have ordered. Like, I assume Hasbro will send the smaller quantities to the independents first, and then maybe they'll push that date up in a few weeks anyway. But trust me when I say Comic Star-Lord is due in the UK anytime now, the same as Yondu. Okay, so they're all on the 10th. But that's not all, people. We are still on the 10th of April here, people. We're still on the 10th of April. The Avengers Puff Adder Build-A-Figure wave is already out in the US. It hit Big Bag Toy Store first, and I think it's starting to drip in a few other places. It is finally officially hit in the UK on the 10th of April. So that is the wave with the Ultimate Cap, the Extremis Iron Man. Thanks to the former super producer and also Amazon from all different places, and also Pixela Toys as well in Spain. I have a few figures from that wave already on the channel, already reviewed on the channel. So please go and check them out if you're curious. My reviews are just there to help you make your purchase decisions. You can love them, you can hate them, it's absolutely fine, but hopefully I can answer a few questions for you, so go and check out those reviews. So that's all on the 10th. So on the 10th of April, just to recap, 3 full waves of Marvel Legends, all 7 figure waves as well, okay? So that's 21 Marvel Legends already, plus 2 single packed exclusives, plus 2 deluxe figures. So what's that, 26, 27 Marvel Legends figures all released on the same day there. That's a lot of money. And if the average Marvel Legend at this minute, just average, not including the deluxe prices, but an average Marvel Legend right now is, say, like £26, £27. Like, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
But that is not all for the 10th of April, because you've also not, because this is the Pulse list, so it's not listed here, but you've also got the Ronan the Accuser, which is an Amazon exclusive that is supposed to be shipping on the 10th of April as well. The deluxe Ronan the Accuser.
I think I haven't got an order in for that on Amazon UK, you know.
I think it's sold out. It was on there for a bit and then it went.
I mean, I need to check my list, but I don't think I've got an order. Like, I don't like Amazon exclusives because in the US, Amazon are pretty on point. Like, if there's a pre-order, it goes up when they're told to. In the UK, Amazon UK are just like, nah, we'll put it up at some point.
In Demand might get it, and if In Demand get it, because it's an Amazon exclusive, they might just release it before the 10th of April as well.
In Demand
'Cause
did put it up
they
for
won't have a
pre-order.
date.
They did put it up for pre-order as import stock, and it's already sold out. So I might have to jump into their DMs with a pretty please. Maybe someone's cancelled. Maybe I can get lucky. Anyway, I don't like Amazon pre-orders in the UK. I think US experience is a little bit different. Sometimes it's easier to order an exclusive off Amazon US to get delivered in the UK than it is to order it from Amazon UK. Like, it's weird. It's weird. We don't know why, but that's the way it is. So,
well, with the Guardians of the Galaxy Wave 3, so that's got an embargo date. Sorry, not an on-street date, different to embargo.
Yeah.
It's got an embargo till April the 10th, but Amazon US have shipped out like full figures from the wave.
Yep.
Like if you ordered Star-Lord, Adam Warlock, Drax, and I think there's one more. Oh, Kraglin as well. If you ordered any of them you've probably already got them because they've been shipping them out.
Yeah, so Jay in the chat is saying, so about £700 to £800 on the 10th if you were telling me just for Legends.
Oof.
If you were all in on Legends, like this, again, I think the general consensus in the community now, and again, we're amongst friends here. You know I love Legends, but I do think the general consensus now is Legends are they're getting pricey, right? And the people are not seeing the value with Legends. Like, that's just the honest truth, unfortunately. Like, as much as I love the line, even I admit that. So I've not been pre-ordering everything. Like, I'm picking and choosing. Some people, sometimes there's figures you want, but you're not willing to pay that price for the figures. Again, I don't think the majority of people that don't have the issue with the product, they have the issue with the value and the price point, etc. So, yeah, people want these figures, but they're going to wait for sale. So I think that will be a lot of people's cases. I will be very surprised if there is someone out there who has pre-ordered everything here to pay full price for the day it comes out. But we shall see. We shall see. But anyway,
and if you have and you're single, hit me up.
And then anyway, so Hasbro, they give you a week off. Do you know what I mean? They give you 7 days. You've just got 28 new figures. You're like, do you know what? You've got 28 new figures to play with. We'll leave you alone for 7 days, right? But then on the 17th of April, because you're now bored, the collector mentality, you're now bored of all these new figures you've just got. You're like, all right, I'm bored of these. What's the next new thing? Well, Hasbro's like, well, don't worry. We've got the X-Men Chode Build-A-Figure wave here for you as well now. So within the space of 7 days, like literally in 7 days, the next 4 Marvel Legends waves will get released, which we're now into the 30 plus figures within a space of 7 days here in the UK, which is absolutely crazy.
Well, we've had 3 months where no wave has been officially released.
Yeah.
We've we've only had like exclusives and single release figures. It was like the last full wave we got was the X-Men Retro, which we got at the end of November.
Yeah,
I
we
think
did.
it was.
Yeah.
So essentially, yeah, we've had December, January, February, March, 4 months with no wave of figures, and now they're all arriving at once.
Yeah, I think ideally a wave a month is like very reasonable, and I think we could manage that. That would be great as well. 12 waves a year, a wave a month. That would be great. But again, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that because they have to align things up with releases and blah blah blah. But that would be ideal if it could work that way. But the reality is it doesn't.
I just think this makes it worse for like if you, even if you wanted all like if you wanted the 4 of these waves. Like who's gonna buy all 4 at once? Like
It's ridiculous.
it's
Unless
bonkers.
you're a very, you just just don't be getting yourself into any debts or stuff because of toys, people. All right, just wait it out. Legends are plentiful. Like nothing apart from some of the retros that are like really popular. Most things you can still buy months after they're released. Okay, so. It's genuinely, and again, I'm talking from a guy who talks about Legends on YouTube, right? So I know it's a bit awkward for me to say, but yeah, I'm not. I can't. Like, this is what I mean. If Rich hadn't been helping me out getting some of these figures throughout the year, like, thankfully I've already reviewed like half of the Chode wave, half of the Puff Adder wave. So like, I'm not like thinking, oh, I need to review these for the channel. And again, you've seen my reviews. My reviews get a few thousand views. Trust me, a few thousand views gives me about 80p if I'm lucky. So YouTube ain't making me rich. So trust me, I'm just like you guys. I'm in the same boat as you. But I do like to talk about toys. That's my issue. But anyway, at the end of April, you can see there in the blue, we also get the Squadron Supreme 2-pack with Hyperion and Dr. Spectrum. There is a rumoured another 2-pack coming out, apparently, with Dark Dark Hawk, is it? Yeah, Dark Hawk and Blur, is it? I believe.
Nighthawk,
sorry.
and Blue, yeah.
Because we wanted the Power Princess, didn't we, instead? But
Yeah, she's the one missing because we've had Nighthawk before.
Yeah.
But I think it's a different version of Nighthawk to the one we had because obviously they alternate universe and stuff. So I think Power Princess would be the one that would need the most new sculpting, I think, of all of them, because she's like essentially like the Wonder Woman of the group, but there's not really like a sculptor they could use for that. They'd have to do like new skirt pieces, new armor, that kind of thing.
Usually,
so hopefully she'll show up in a wave somewhere.
This is what I'm thinking. Usually Hasbro take a while to do a team, but the fact that there's two packs out from the same team within the same calendar year makes me think they must be thinking ahead already for Power Princess. So hopefully,
or she'll be on the list with Feral, with Wolvesbane, with Rachel Summers, all these other females we never get.
Who's the other guy that I always want? Overdrive. They teased him. Yeah. They teased him at San Diego Comic-Con. Made a custom of him and everything. Made us all think he's coming. And like, nope. We made a custom because they didn't want to make official. So yeah, basically we're saying there are a lot of legends coming in April. And again, like Rich said, we haven't had figures in hand for a while now. Like we've had 5 Marvel Legends on pre-order, and this is 4 of them hitting at the same month. The only other one out on pre-order right now is the Ant-Man wave, I believe. That would make the 5 waves on pre-order. Am I missing one, or is that all 5?
The Spider-Man wave as well.
Oh yes, the not so retro card version wave. Yes, You're right. So yeah,
the blister card
wave. Yes. I can't help but say retro card, but anyway, I'm not mad at it.
There's 2 retro cards there.
Yeah, there is 2 retro cards in there for sure. So yeah, lots of legends, people. So again, looking at the chat, Jay said Super 7 just dropped 4 waves on me at once too. Madness, mind-blowing. Yes, we are all crazy for our spending habits. I think Phil Jones, aka Hill Phones, aka Professor Hill Phones, address him correctly, he says, I've cancelled most of our pre-orders on that bias. Yeah, absolutely. It's very difficult for sure. Justin says, I'm skipping on all of the April releases. Thank God. That's a lot of bread. Yes, absolutely. If you are buying all of them, you'll probably only be able to afford bread. Even that's getting expensive in the UK of the cost of living crisis at the minute. For God's sake. So, yeah, that's a lot of legends. So, Rich, out of those April releases, like, what do you want? Like, not saying you're buying them all at once or anything like that. I'm just saying, what would you like to add to your collection? What figures in there are you looking forward to get in hand?
So the only full wave that I would get when they come out will be the X-Men wave, and like I've already got a lot of them, but I will get the rest of that. Build Chode, even though he's not accurate, because I love me my X-Men. But with everyone else, I'm just getting 1 or 2 figures. With the deluxes, I don't think I've got any of the deluxes on order, so I might wait that out a bit. And classic Yondu and classic Star-Lord I will pick up because I do love the Guardians of the Galaxy comic book. So I will pick those 2 up. And yeah, I think that's it. I haven't got the Squadron Supreme pack either because I have got a Hyperion there. It's not that much of an upgrade, so I can wait that one out a bit as well. So I think I've got Across the Spider-Verse, I've got Spider-Woman and 2099, like I said. Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm just getting Adam Warlock and Star-Lord. Because I like that costume on Star-Lord is like the most comic accurate version. And I'm thinking I can just put a comic head on it, and it's kind of like fudge it into my like Guardians space. Because I didn't get that Guardians 5-pack, the comic book one that came out years ago.
Ordered I for the record. Ordered I.
So like that would be nice to like put on my cosmic shelf. And then with the Avengers wave, like again, I've got most of them from Amazon Germany already, but I still haven't got Extreme Iron Man, so we'll be picking that one up as well.
Yeah, for sure. For the record, I'm like, oh, you know me, I want everything. I think I'm going to skip the Across the Spider-Verse wave, but I do eventually want to pick up everything. Now I'm not going to be able to get it all at once. Thankfully, I've already got some reviews on the channel. Rich has helped me out, so I will be playing the long game with the rest of you. Honestly, like with certain figures, like. I will be playing the long game to see what we can get a bit of a discount later down the line. But with so much,
there's not enough days in April to review all these on your channel.
No way. No, people are already bored of me as it is, let alone all of this. So, but I have some fun reviews coming this weekend. Hint. So, yeah, we shall see. But that's April, and then again, just have a quick glance at the rest of the year. The rest of what we've got so far. So May, we finally get Blob. Blob's one of my most anticipated for the year, full stop. And the US have had him since January. So everyone moaning about UK distribution, look, it's tit for tat. Sometimes you get it, sometimes we get it. And Blob, we just haven't had yet. Definitely one of my most anticipated. Aunt May, for God's sake. For God's sake, that Aunt May. I cannot wait for that 2-pack. 1st of May again, and then there's that Star-Lord, and then the Hawkeye figures with the Ronin Tracksuit Mafia. I did pre-order 3 of those Tracksuit Mafia. I'm not going to lie. I did want to display one of each head. They're a pretty fun army builder for the MCU collection. I don't think I went in on the Ronin because I've already got a Ronin. It's one of them where it's one of them where if it goes up for sale eventually, maybe. But I'm happy with the Ronin I've got. It does come with a better unmasked head though than the one that came in the 2-pack. That Quantum Round 2-pack. A lot of people use that Hawkeye head from that Quantum Round 2-pack on their Endgame Ronin, but it's not perfect. So the head sculpt, but I don't want to spend nearly £30 on just for a head sculpt. You know what I mean? So again, collector problems. Craven I will be absolutely in on, but I'm just going to whack him on the wall anyway. So I'm patient, I guess. But the pre-order's in, of course it is. And then getting into
got two of them.
Yeah, of course I have.
Yeah, of course you got 2.
I might have accidentally ordered 3. Do you know, like just from random places because
Craven's not on yet.
He must be. Maybe he's on the back.
He's not. No.
Maybe he's under your armpit or something.
No Craven. No.
Okay.
Sorry,
We'll check.
not allowed.
Then the Ant-Man wave. Obviously, we're going to want that. Ant-Man film's come and gone, but I would still want the figures. I think they look good. Gamerverse Miles skipping. Spider-Verse Gamerverse Spider-Man skipping. I hate being one of those guys that just go skip. It just sounds so abrupt and rude. I don't like it. But now I'm that guy. Skip. Spider-Man No Way Home 3-pack, I think, is a lot of people are very anticipated for that for sure. Did you go in on that? You must have, right?
No, I didn't bother. Oh. No, because I saw Rectangler's leaked list and I thought we're probably going to get heads on maybe the wave.
Okay.
But we'll wait and see. That could backfire on me now. But I wonder if they announce that wave before this ships, people might just be like cancelling this left, right, and centre.
That's what I'm saying. They can't let on that is happening.
Yeah. Because that's what happened with Mojo last year when that single release came out and it was like in the shops for like $30. I think they priced it wrong first of all. Everyone went and picked up that and like cancelled the Pulse exclusive version, wasn't it?
So they're not going to let on about that spot. If there is, we're all assuming there's a Spider-Man wave at the end of the year. Again, Rectangular's list, let's be honest, hasn't been wrong so far. So, but does it have those heads? Again, it's a curious one because some of the SH Figure Art versions do have the likeness, so obviously some deals can be done, but then the Andrew Garfield one was pulled from the SH Figure Arts, but the Tobey Maguire one's got one. Tom Holland's already got an unmasked head, so again, it's we don't know. Until we see it, we just don't know. But they are brand new, newly tooled, pinless versions of Toby and Andrew that we can add to our shelf for sure, which will be fun. So I'm in on that. And then the 60th Iron Man Mark 1 went up today for pre-order, and that is just starting the next month of pre-orders. A whole month, probably more than a month of Marvel Avengers anniversary pre-orders starting with Iron Man. So yeah, expect this list to get bigger as the month goes on, but again, expect a lot of this to start hitting. And again, this is just Legends. This is just Hasbro and Legends here. Like, if you're like us and collect lots of other things, whether it be Super 7, NECA, someone's in the chat is mentioning the Mafex Storm and Nightwing. Also, Arvin in the chat is saying the Mafex Storm and Nightwing are coming in April. You must have went for Storm there, right?
What's that?
The Mafex Storm?
No, I cancelled all my X-Men Mayfex because I didn't like Jean Grey. So I cancelled that.
That was it.
I sold my 2 Psylocks and then away we go.
Yeah, okay. So I think I'm still on this now. Now I've got the rest of them. I'm going to keep going for now, see how far they get. I sort of want Nightwing as well, but again, I don't think I can afford it.
I think Huntress has just started shipping.
Yeah, I've seen it in hand.
I've been getting the Batman lady, so that's coming.
Yeah, I've seen Huntress in hand on YouTube, on Instagram Reel or something.
I think... Has Arvin got it?
Someone in the chat has Huntress. Who is it? Because I've seen one of yous on Instagram
I've seen it as well. I think it might be Arvin.
Someone did a pretty decent reel showing it off, and I couldn't think to myself, is that newly released or has that been out for a while? I couldn't remember. I'm a little bit out of the loop. Rush Collecting Rush says, "Hey Dan, is Classic Ronin on that list?" Now I see Rush here has tried to catch us out, Rich, but he clearly wasn't listening, was he? He wasn't listening. He wasn't listening. He's got his glasses on. He's trying to catch us out, but you weren't listening. We've already mentioned that is an Amazon exclusive, so it is not up for pre-order on Pulse. This list is generated from the pre-orders currently on Hasbro Pulse because their shipping dates.
It was Arvin. Arvin's got 100.
There you go. You were right. You were correct then. You were spot on.
Go and check out Arvin's Instagram to see it.
Yeah, it looked good. It was Arvin. It was your reel that I seen. It looked very, very nice in hand. Absolutely. Fernando says, I want to get that Hasbro Outback Rogue because I like beautiful head sculpt. I think I've seen
a nice head sculpt.
I've seen a few people with that in hand as well. I think Flinkman from the Power of X-Men podcast, he definitely has it, and I've seen maybe a few other people pop up with it. So it is about. Arvin also says Blob is out in Canada. Yeah, Blob's been out for a while. It's simple as that. If most people in the US, there's plenty of reviews already up. It just hasn't hit the UK yet, and
Canada is the new UK this year. They're getting everything.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I think on that list, Blob is up there in one of my most anticipated. Just like I feel like it's a missing piece to my collection. I never had the Build-A-Figure, and like I just love the X-Men villains that are their Rogues Gallery, and I've got so many. Apart from Destiny, I've got so many Brotherhood of Mutants. So I need Blob. I've made myself a little custom mastermind. And do you reckon we get a Destiny this year, Rich, or are we going to be waiting longer?
Oh, I don't know. We should have done. I mean, it's the 60th anniversary of the X-Men. Where's my 10 X-Men sets for the summer? Come on. But yeah, we should hopefully get a Destiny soon because she's like been involved in the comic books a lot. I would say if we don't get it this year, she'll be in the X-Men wave next year. That's what I predict.
I'm going to bounce off this page real quick and see if I can show off Arvin's reel, if I can get on it. Give me a sec, Arvin. Let's have a little look. Thank you very much to Rich and Phil sharing the link. And I'll be able to show it to the people. Oh, it's really annoyingly small on thingy, but I can show Arvin's page anyway. I do apologise. Instagram on the web is not very good. Shout out Arvin anyway. Go and check out arvin.toyspaceofficial, and you can see he's got a nice little reel up of Huntress. So again, it's really small on screen. I do apologise, but again, I encourage you to go and check out his page and see it up close for yourself. It does look great. It does look really nice.
Looks lovely as well. It looks really nice.
I know a lot of people are in on those Hush Batman Mafex figures. They've been doing a great job so far. So yeah, this figure looks great. So again, so the floodgates are starting to open now. Just think, in a normal year, like pre-pandemic, February would have been a toy month. So like a lot of the toy companies are just releasing about what's coming, and then now first quarter at the end of the tax year, things start coming. So that's exactly what's happening now. So expect lots more stuff. And again, with all the legends we know about, there's still probably 40-50% of stuff we don't know about. Do you know what I mean? There's still a lot of the year to go. So yes, we've got about 6 waves for pre-order or whatever, but there's probably another 4 or 5 that we don't know about. So still lots to look forward to. But again, it's just that collector mentality, isn't it? Where we're like, okay, what's next? Where we just got to take a breath and enjoy what we've currently got. Like I've not even opened some of my Holophon Turtle stuff yet, and I was well excited about that. But I don't like opening stuff in a rush. I like to sit down, enjoy it.
That's why I'm like with it. Like I don't want to open this X-Men set till I can get it properly, put it on my shelves, make it look nice. It's like
it's our therapeutic time. It's like, again, people that don't collect action figures just don't get it. They're just like, I had friends around my house that haven't been around my house for, I don't think ever, to be fair. And I give them the quick tour. They know I do YouTube and stuff, but they don't care. It's not their vibe type thing. But I showed them around, and one of my mates turned and looked at me and went, "Dan, are you all right?" I was like, "I'm fine, mate. I'm fine." They think I'm going through some weird midlife crisis, but like it's just because they hadn't seen it on display. And like there's just some people just don't get it. But like Rich said, you want to carve out some little time. And do you know I'm going to open these, put a podcast on, put a movie on, just chill, relax, just forget about the stresses of life and our boring day jobs, and then just enjoy our hobby. I think
the thing is, sometimes when people like who come out to see you, it's because like the rest of your house is just like normal. And
exactly.
And then you open this like one door, and then it's like you can see him like backing away. Like, is this guy gonna kill me? What's going on?
Also, my attic it's like a secret doorway type thing, because when you come up the stairs, it looks like a cupboard door. It doesn't look like a staircase. Like, you don't know there's a staircase behind the door. So like people come up the stairs, they look around, and they see this room's tiny as well. So most time people stand at the door to look in. They don't really want to come in because it's so small. So like, then I open the extra door and go, come upstairs, and they're like, what the shit? So yeah, people were like, people were telling me to like make a toy shop, and I'm like, no, I'm not making a toy shop. I want these toys. Very weird. Again, I should really film the experience of like non-collector people checking out a collection just for the commentary. That'll be interesting perspective for sure. But yeah, all right. Okay, people. I don't want to overstay our welcome. As I said, Rich is back. Happy days. This new co-host is here for the long haul. But I am back tomorrow. Rich, are you about tomorrow? You want to join us tomorrow? Are you about for a little bit?
Yeah, I can drink tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
let's do it.
I'll be the voiceless head in the background again.
Yeah, I need to figure out, see how many people I can get on at a time. But again, it's just going to be a mad free-for-all, I think. So yes, people, this is what I've been telling you all month. Tomorrow, which is Friday, the 31st of April, we are doing an inner circle. Where's my... I've got a title card for this. Where is it gone? Oh, actually, I can just play you the intro. Let me play you the intro. I'll turn the music down a little bit, though. So, yes, tomorrow, welcome to the Inner Circle. Go and check out the channel, of course, but only channel members will be able to interact with the chat. And if you're a channel member, you can also be involved and be on the channel. You can be on the show. So it is my sort of sporadic extra bonus live stream, which is a little bit of a free-for-all. There's no real topic. It's just a toy hangout amongst friends on a Friday night, a little bit later than usual. People having a drink, talking some toys, hanging out with people that just get it. All right, we just get it. So come and do exactly that with us this week, tomorrow even, with me and Rich. But you got to be a channel member, okay? Again,
but at any level,
yes,
this is the chance to come on, whatever level you're on. If you've had one of the free memberships given out the last couple of weeks, like, jump in.
Absolutely. As I said, it's a little bit later than usual, trying to accommodate for people in different places around the world. But yeah, any level of channel membership, just get involved. It's just like it's like a thank you sort of stream to sort of say, just come on and everyone get on the channel. I appreciate your support. But once the stream is over, like anybody can watch it live. Anyone can like peek through the window and watch it live. Even if you're not a channel member, you can still watch. You just can't interact. But once the stream is over, once we go wave goodbye, the stream is then gone, hidden just for channel members. All right. So there's no replay crew for the Inner Circle unless you're a channel member. Okay. So again, show some love to the channel. If you come here every single week and watch this show, and you actually like the nonsense, or we give you some type of distraction or entertainment during your working week, and please become a channel member just for a month and just join us tomorrow. Come chat it up. Come be on screen. Introduce yourself. Even if it's a one-off. Even if you never want to be on Legend of the Liquor, pop on tomorrow night and go, hey, I'm this username. I'm always in the chat. I'll never see you again. Bye-bye. And that's it. Now we know who you are. Do you know what I mean? Get involved. Get involved. So yes, tomorrow, Inner Circle. Do not be shy. But we're gonna get out of here. As I said, I think I'm gonna try like moving forward this stream to be like unless it needs to be longer. But a nice hour and a half I think will be good, rather than rambling about nonsense. Especially with all the other long form content I've got on the channel. We don't need to stretch this out longer than it needs to be. But Rich, can I just say, very happy to have you, my friend, making it official. The people love you. I love you. So tell them where they can find you online.
You can find me at Displayed Once on Instagram. Beautiful.
And once again, people, I'll be back tomorrow for the Inner Circle. Become a channel member. You can join tomorrow. You can join during the show if you want to. It's absolutely fine. But that's where I'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow, 10 p.m. UK time, Inner Circle. Again, just be there live. I will tell you to hit me up on Instagram and I'll send you a Zoom link. And you join the Zoom link and we just chat it up, talk some nonsense, take the mick out of something. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, that's what we'll be doing. I genuinely don't know what we're doing. We'll just figure it out. I'm thinking, Rich, about doing some type of quiz element with like picking a couple of contestants. Do you know what I mean? Like picking two people to be a contestant and then me being like the game show quiz host and like doing a little mini quiz and maybe doing a prize or something. Just doing something random and fun that I wouldn't usually do or something. I don't know. I'll think about it and we'll figure it out tomorrow. But that's what it'll be. So if you're watching this stream on the replay and you want to watch the Inner Circle tomorrow, become a channel member and you can watch that on the replay too. But as always, people, we're going to get out of here. And the word of the day, Rich, what did we say it was? Embargo. It's embargo. The word of the day is embargo because so many legends are embargoed and that I may or may not have I don't know. I don't have them, but they're embargoed. So if I
Be
did
nice-
have them, you wouldn't know.
Be nice to your Walmart employees or Amazon, or if you're in Canada, then they are available.
Look at this, by the way. We can't go yet. Compulsive Collector. There you look at that. Just gifted 5 channel memberships. So 5 new people. Oh, how generous is that? Thank you very much, John. He was on the last Legend and Liquor with us, showing off his hot toy collection. And that is a very generous way to end today's stream. So again, these 5 new channel members can now come and be involved tomorrow. So there you go. Baraka, the Collector. You have just become a channel member. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the inner circle. You have become a channel member. Make sure you say thank you to John, aka Compulsive Collector, in the chat. You're lurking. This is how you catch the lurkers when they get gifted channel memberships. You're like, oh, okay, you're there, are ya? Being silent. Now I've noticed ya. So that's Baraka the Collector as well. There's Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul just got gifted a channel membership as well. So Eternal Soul, welcome. Make sure you say thank you to Compulsive Collector. Very, very generous. I like this next one, and this next one I've never seen before. So this must be a serial lurker here. Is this a name you recognise, Rich? It started with a Click Shelley. Is that a name you recognise? Oh, okay. Alexander, we see you. I appreciate you. You're a name we see quite a lot, so I'm happy to see you get involved. Again, make sure you spend a special thank you to John. Hopefully these people are still here. They wouldn't just, because we were waving goodbye. They may have just clicked off if they disappeared. Come back, you're a channel member. They don't even know. Alexander, you're a channel member. This is the next one. It started with a Click Shelley. Shelley, are you there? Are you lurking? Can you type? Can you write in the chat? Welcome. You are now a channel member. It started with a click. I like it. One more. We got one more. We have got one more. Gifted by Compulsive Collector. Very kind. I do love it when the community do that, because it's like giving back to the other people in the chat as well. So hopefully we can try and get one of these on tomorrow. Mini Plastic Multiverse says, great stream, guys. Been listening and lurking while I take photos and open a couple of figs. Catch you tomorrow. Yes, absolutely, of course. I'm sure we will see Tom. Dan Hayden also says, embargo down the jungle. Compulsive Collector says, don't know if I can make it on Friday, but hopefully some of the new members can. Thank you very much, Compulsive Collector. Honestly, massively appreciated. And maybe the people that got gifted channel memberships are lurking. But look at that, there's another one as well. MDS. Welcome to showing some love. Welcome to the inner circle, my friend. Thank you so much. Again, come back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. So we will see you all tomorrow. If you are a channel member, you can now get involved in the chat. Shout out 80s Starman, who just jumped in, says yo. Jay says it's a new channel members takeover. Absolutely. And again, we'll see you all tomorrow. Okay, so we're definitely going this time. The word of the day is embargo. All right, write it in the comments, not just the chat. Go to the comments of the video, hit that like button, hit embargo. I appreciate you forever. We'll see you on the next one. Goodbye now. Oh, Rich, you know what? I'm so happy that you've replaced Brandon. Never liked the kid anyway. He did my edit.
Poor Brandon. He's embargoed.
He was too good looking. The distraction was all on him. So I'm glad you're here now.
Oh, that's the nice praise for there. Got rid of the pretty boy, got this ugly fucker now sitting next to me. God, will I be back next week?
That was a test to see if you were paying attention to my nonsense at the end of the stream, you see. But you passed the test. Of course I don't mean that. People love you. People are here for you. Click another video as well if you're still listening to this on the replay, you crazy bastard. Embargo! Oh, by the way, Rich, all the legends I have to review this weekend are